everybody. I hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing today. Today for me is, what we're on, a Tuesday. I'm still at home, I'm still on annual leave, and I'm cold. So I put my letters on. Can't figure out how to use the heating. So today I want to talk to you about how to get into the right mind frame. So, we'll have all had it, we wake up some days more than others where we just seem to just either, if we miss an alarm, we're running late, for some reason you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And there's always going to be them days, whether it rolls over from the night before, if you had a bad day yesterday, and for some reason you've taken it into a new day. But here I just want to put some strategies potentially into place to then help alleviate this. So, first and foremost, this is something that I need to start doing more of because it's the first thing I actually do when I come downstairs now is get a glass of water. So I should really start taking it to bed with me. So have a glass of water taken to bed with you on your bedside table next to your alarm, and have that ready for you in the morning. If you've got any kind of supplementation that you take, it might be a good time to actually have some of that next to your bed as well. Take that up ready in a little pot. If you've got any little supplement caps, take them up, and that's your start to the day. Tablets and water. So that's number one. Number two is, and I've spoken about this before, is gratitude. So obviously everyone talks about gratitude now. It's the new thing to do. However, but there have been studies done on this that does show that it's got a massive impact in terms of the level of energy and the brainwaves that are obviously happening. So if you're constantly in a negative mindset, you're only ever going to keep exacerbating and manifesting more negativity. And so many people seek external things that they think bring them happiness. And the only thing then that really does is then highlight, perhaps for these people, what they don't have. So they then constantly focus on trying to fill these gaps of then what they don't have. And it's kind of that constant battle of comparison, always comparing up or down to someone else instead of, seeing yourself as equal in whatever respect that is. So, just be grateful. Wake up in the morning and just think, right, whether it's while you're getting ready, once you've got out of bed, or whether, you do this part of what the next step is, journaling, step 3. Just have a look and just see what you already have today that you can be grateful for. And if there's something that does come to your mind that is negative first thing that morning, just sit and just think, right, how can I reframe this in my mind to actually become a positive? Obviously there will be certain times in your life and when negative shit will happen that you do need to grieve, you do need to process, and I'm not saying don't do this, but then also do start to think in your mind, what can you learn and take forward from this to grow in future? What kind of key snippets of information can you take from this to put in place down the line? If there's been a mistake that's made, what was that? How did it happen? How did it come about? What steps could you have changed? Where could you have changed it to then, if this happens again in future, to make sure the same outcome doesn't occur? We've all been there, we've all fucked up. So any negatives, it might seem hard at first, but when you get into the routine of doing it, it becomes easier to start taking learnings away from things. Stop putting blame on yourself. Stop pointing the finger at yourself and negative self-talking. Think, right, it's happened, shit happens, sweep it under the carpet. What's next? What can I take away from this situation? So I'm kind of sat on my hands, keeping myself warm. Next step then, I'm going to get my hands out, let's get active. Journaling. So I've kind of fallen out of the habit of doing this recently myself, but I do and have done it, and it does work. So in the morning, whether obviously after you've had your glass of water, you're starting to think about your gratuitous things in life in the morning, is maybe document some of this down, but then also whatever comes to mind as soon as you get out of bed is to start writing these bits down as well. Whether you want to reflect on it or not, some people just write it, shut it away, don't ever look at it again. Or sometimes you'll write something down and maybe look back at that at the end of the day and think, oh my God, that was stupid. Why did I think that? You know, perception often becomes people's truth and reality. So sometimes writing it down can then help yourself reflect on this and just think, you know, what was going through my mind then? What emotion? What was going through my thought process? What feelings did that evoke? Did it potentially give you then an action that you then took and resulted in an outcome, whether good or bad, which then will obviously loop round into a whole process of either some part of potential positive thought or negative thought then once that outcome's then been achieved. So kind of just reflect on whatever does come to spring to mind in that morning. Get it down on paper. It kind of empties your mind, frees you up. It's all down, blah, paper, scrap. You can even chuck it away, burn it, whatever, but at least you've kind of emptied your mind of that thought. Then also, this is something that I generally tend to do the evening before anyway, but you can do it evening or morning, whatever. But be clear of what your intention is for that day. What do you need to achieve today, whether it's big or small, doesn't matter, but what can you do today to either improve on yesterday, take that next step forward to what your ultimate goal is. Be so clear about what it is you're trying to achieve. If things aren't contributing towards that end goal, kind of got to like box them off and say, is it important, not important, is it urgent, is it not urgent? Put it in a box, scrap it if not, delegate out, save it for another time, pencil it off for another date if it's not urgent today. Just be so clear of what that intention is for today and what the outcome that you expect to achieve by the end of that day. So they're my steps. So glass of water, bedside table, gratitude, journaling, be intentional, be clear on what it is you're trying to achieve. 4 steps. Go.